Hey guys, it's me again, Parsamara. Um, as you remember, we had an episode like 4 months, 5 months ago that I've shared on YouTube. It was about a course that we took on DataCamp about the Python, intermediate Python code, programmer. And this semester, we had another course thanks to the DataCamp, and it was about the data engineer. So I'm going to talk about what we did, what I have learned, and the project that I had done. And so let's begin. Over the past few weeks, I have learned very solid skills about understanding data engineer, including how to work with databases, build data pipelines, and use cloud platforms for scalable and data solutions. So I'm going to talk about these and what skills that I have learned and the projects that I did on this course in this semester. So on day one to third, first day to third, let me give you an information about the data engineer. Who is data engineer? So basically, data engineers are responsible for building the infrastructure that allows organizations to manage large amounts of data. This involves setting up databases, creating data pipelines, and ensuring that the idea is clean, structured, and accessible for analysis. So we started learning about databases, specifically SQL or NoSQL databases. So SQL or structured query language is used to interact with relation databases like MySQL and PostgreSQL. I learned how to write basic queries to retrieve data, filter results, and perform calculations using select, where, and aggregate functions. So we move on to day fourth to fifth or sixth, something like that. We delved into data warehousing, where ETL pipelines. Um, that where large volumes of data from different sources are stored in a structured way for analysis. I learned how to do ETL process, which stands for extract, transform, and load. This process is essential for cleaning, preparing, and loading data into a data warehouse. You get the data from the database and you do some um, codes. Do you change the codes? You get the data, you receive data, and so on. For instance, extracts refers to pulling data from various sources, such as transactional databases. Transform involves cleaning the data, handling missing values, normalizing values, and ensuring data is in the correct format. And finally, load involves storing the transform data in a data warehouse where it can be queried for reporting and analysis. Then we move on to day 6, 7, 8. Into these 2 days, we learned about the big data and tools and PySpark. PySpark. One of the most exciting parts of this course was learning about big data tools. As you know, big data and nowadays is very large and very, how can I say, very special job to do in, data or data engineer for even engineering. One of the jobs actually I want to do, coding or in engineering or coding, is to be a big data engineer. Maybe, who knows? Actually, I'm working on. It's been 3 years that I'm working on AI, coding on AI with Python, and I still have so many things to do on improving myself and to do so much. So maybe one day I will manage to do uh, big data. Maybe, who knows? So big data refers to data sets that are too large to process on a single computer. So tools like Apache Spark and Hoodup are used to distribute the processing tasks across multiple machines. Uh, for example, if a company has millions of sales records across different regions, Sparks can quickly process this data and give insights into sales ads without having to load everything into memory. I mean, you receive the data so fast that you don't need to do anything else. And on day 9th and 10th of my project, I mean, the days I took the course, we learned how to use cloud platforms like AWS, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure. Cloud platforms allow data engineers to scale their data processing and storage needs without having to manage physical services. For example, AWS offers tools like S3 for storage and EC2 for computing. I explored how to use cloud resources to build data pipelines that can process and store data at scale. And I also learned about cloud-based data pipelines where data flows automatically from one system to another, ensuring smooth and efficient processing. Services like AWS Lambda, and Google Cloud Functions enables us to trigger tasks in the cloud, such as processing new data that arrives or running scripts on a schedule. On the other day, we had version control with Git and GitHub. So one of the most important tools for a data engineer is version control, and during this course I became proficient with Git and GitHub. I mean, we learned how to code, how to make connection with Git and GitHub and the projects that are used to be on the GitHub. The commands, especially the commands. And it helped me a lot, really, it helped me a lot. And again, I thank to DataCamp that led us to have this knowledge and to prepare ourselves for being a very cool and very efficient data engineer or programmer. So Git is a version control system that tracks changes in code and allows multiple team members to collaborate on projects without overwriting each other's work. So with using GitHub, I learned how to store code in responsibilities, make commits, and manage branches. So these practices are essential for maintaining code quality and collaborating in team environments. Whether working alone or in a team, version control helps ensure that changes can be tracked, reverted, and merged seamlessly. And inside this course, we had two different projects. One of them was cleaning bank marketing campaign data, and the other one was building a retail data pipeline. So the first project involved cleaning a real-world dataset from a bank's marketing campaign. My task was to handle missing data, convert categorical variables into numerical ones, and normalize values. This step is crucial for ensuring that the data is ready for analysis and modeling. I also explored how to automate data cleaning using Python, thanks to the knowledge I gained from DataCamp. And the second project was about building a data pipeline for a retail company. I used PySpark for process raw sales data, transformed it, and loaded it into a data warehouse, like a database. I learned how to create an ETL pipeline that extracts data from different sources, transforms into uh, fit the required formats, and loads into storage for further analysis. So the ability to automate this process is one of the most valuable skills for a data engineer. Um, the skills I gained throughout this course was Python programming, as I used to know, and from the knowledge I gained from DataCamp last year. Database management, building data pipelines, big data tools, cloud platforms, version control with Git and GitHub. So, in conclusion, this data engineering course has been an incredibly rewarding experience. I now have the skills to I have the knowledge how to handle databases, working with big data, version control, build scalable data pipelines, and so on. I mean, I can use these knowledges and skills to solve a real world issue or problem and have effect on maybe solving a problem. And once again, I'd like to thank DataCamp for providing this comprehensive course, and I'm excited to go further and learn so many things from this DataCamp. Thank you. Have a good day.